Hey everybody, I just wanted to say thanks to everybody on Twitter that contacted me and gave well wishes to Stark. His surgery went great. Can you say hi to everybody?
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, you doing good?
Yep.
Yeah. So, with the nerf to Commander, Praetorian Commander, I had one last video that I was yet to upload with the pre-nerf version, so to mourn the death of Commander as we knew it. We're going to upload that one today. It's mid-range Mage, and as always, thanks for watching, thanks for the well wishes, and until next time, may you walk on warm sands. So for this video, we're going to go ahead and play a mid-range Mage deck, and we're going to utilize one that runs a couple of Commanders. Commander isn't the central theme for this. They're really more there to like break ties. So if you have a drawn-out mirror, or maybe like a game against Ramp Scout, where you might need some bigger bodies, I'm kind of running those to deal with that. Hey, speak of the devil. It does appear like we're running into Ramp Scout for this game, so maybe, just maybe, we'll get to see that in action. Not a great start for us though. No 2-drops and kind of a sub-optimal 3-drop. I think we're actually going to play this, though I normally like saving this for preventing prophecy, given that it is Ramp Scout.
So many purses.
They don't typically run a lot of prophecies to begin with. Also, this is a fantastic theft for a number of reasons. Denies potential ramp and is a body that we don't have to worry about plowing
Just
through.
Give me a name.
So that's
Khajiit
exciting.
Is having a good night.
I don't really want to give him the contract. Since he missed a traditional 3-drop ramp there, I think it's really important that we don't give him the contract if we can help it.
Khajiit is having a good night.
Let's just go ahead and wall up and ramp ourselves. The fruits of our labors. So Aaron has a 100% chance to get back a lightning bolt, which is important to remember. This is now active for drawing.
If I fall, the hiss will
Do not face a snake by me.
Alright. So, fair number of paths here, but I think the most obvious one is, I think I want the lightning bolt back for sure, so let's play that now. And then we're just going to go ahead and take the free bolt here. This into that, and this into here. Gives us back control of the board, denies him the potential health gain from the Woodland Lookout. And then we'll hopefully be able to go back to putting pressure on him. We can't drag this out too long. Sometimes it can be a trap that you fall into with Scout, where you're trying to fight for control of the board, and then they just end up... well, they just end up killing you because you spent the entire game fighting for control of the board.
If I fall, the hiss will reclaim me.
Alright, that's a bit of a bummer. I can bolt this to prevent it from being a 6/6, or I can protect my 5/5. Let's see what this gets us first before we commit. Yeah, I honestly think protecting Aaron here is more important. So even though this feels really, really bad, I think it's correct. Leaving this unchecked is a problem because he could run like Snake Tooth Necklace.
The hist revives.
That's a legitimate concern. That looks nifty and premium.
A little distraction might prove useful.
History shall remember this day.
Khajiit is having a good night.
Alright, and then before we break this rune, let's play the Denial.
So many purses, so little
Game.
time.
Hey, more ramp. You guys don't know it, but Ramp Mage Ramp Mage is the new meta. You just keep on ramping. Rampity ramp.
By the egg, surrender.
That is a very, very good red Brahmin. For him, anyway. Let's go ahead and let's do the ramp thing some more. Just develop. He still turns away from Odiving. He hasn't played anything that could reduce it, right? No Thieves Guild. He has no contracts. So going wide like this, we're not likely to be too punished. You can take this trade here. Could probably take this trade here.
By far and brute.
That still leaves 10, 12 on the board with this killing. Alright, so he's soul tearing. I have to assume it's going to be for a wall. Probably the Hiss Mage. He cannot get Red Brahma back and play at the same turn, so if he's trying to prevent lethal, that's his best shot.
The Hist provides.
Just give me a name.
Alright, so the Atromancer is a pretty big deal here. Though ironically, I don't think that we play it this turn. I think we wait.
A little distraction might prove
I think it's better to just kind of be conservative here. Because he does have Odiving potentially live this following turn, right? So...
Khajiit is having a good night.
Wow, those walls completely did, in fact, wall up on us, huh?
Khajiit is having
Fair.
a good night.
Don't make
Behold my power.
Let's go ahead and tag Defender, sure. Because this could survive Odiving. So, what we've done now is if he does have Odiving, we still have 2 creatures that survive, and we've set it up so that we can do 6 direct damage.
Is no match for mine.
And mission accomplished.
It's nothing personal.
So with no way to directly gain health, we can just do this, and even with the prophecy,
Just give me a
Atromancer
name.
is going to bring it home.
Elements, I summon
And there you have
thee.
it. So Commander did not come into play in this matchup, but you can see where you can still be pretty effective against Ramp Scout even if your bodies are not bigger. But if we would have played one Commander in there, for example, I think you can kind of see where the value would have started to really add up. Let's go ahead and dive into Game 2 with this deck. After we claim our rewards. So this deck plus Sorcerer is kind of like the boogeyman right now on the ladder. A lot of people are complaining about really just intelligence as an attribute in general, but Mage and Sorcerer catch a lot of hate. And understandably so. They're both very, very strong right now. It does look like we are going second against Warrior. This is a decent start. I would prefer to get this off of a Prophecy instead of just being a vanilla 4/4, but this isn't horrible. Like, if this was a 2-drop, this would be a fantastic opener. Hey, speak of the devil. If you haven't seen it, this card looks fantastic in Premium. I really need to get off my...
I am ready to join
off my rear and get that crafted up. I think it's beautiful. We're just gonna go ahead and get rid of that now. Mostly because if he doesn't answer this, then playing this will prevent a potential prophecy. So we can just continue to pressure, develop, steal a card. This card is so amazing for so many reasons. Oh. Well, he didn't have it anyway, but he ruined our plan.
I'm feeling lucky.
Interesting that he chose to do that. So we're gonna go ahead and alter it up. We're gonna play that to cycle for our card, and save this for maybe next turn. Develop this here so we can trade if necessary. He's probably gonna hit us, so we might hit a prophecy. That's why I say if necessary. There's a chance that we don't have to take that path.
We stand united.
My destiny is fulfilled.
Alright, so we're certainly gonna do that. And let's just go ahead and get this out of the way as well.
Little time.
Alright. No time like the present. So this is one of those games where Commander is likely not going to come into play at all. It's just simply going to be too slow. And getting anything off of this in terms of value is unlikely. We do run a decent amount of prophecies, but we're not so heavy that you can really bank on that, in my opinion. And of course in the game where we don't want them, we draw both copies. Works out pretty fantastically for us, though. Should allow us to clear up the board pretty effectively, while also developing. Because again, 100% chance to get Firebolt back with Aaron, and the reduced cost means we can play it without even using a charge. This can trade here and survive, and then the Firebolt plus this will clear. So we're just gonna go ahead and do that.
Brigitte is having a good night. May the ancestors bless us.
And we do have to worry about burst potential, but there was with our hand, no good way for us to like really race there. So we'd have to worry about some burst here. Any way we look at it, we're still at least like 2 turns away from lethal.
You should.
Alright, so that's unfortunate. How do we want to address that? I mean, we're going to have to take the damage from it at some point. It's just, do we want to do it now, or do we want to wait? Because we can just harpy that for tempo and develop more threats, and then try to push for lethal next turn. Because we could have 4, 8, 10 plus Encano is only 15. How funny. Yeah, it would still not be lethal if we take that path, huh?
I'm feeling lucky.
Alright, I think we're gonna go this way. We don't really have anything that gives us 1 damage. It's all in like chunks of 2 or more, so doing this as opposed to the Mystic Dragon is probably a hair safer. I mean, we do still have to deal with this. This is probably incorrect as well. My big concern was that if we drive this in, yeah, we could have we get them to 12. That sets it up for a potential lethal next turn if we then also play these things, but it also takes us down to 8. With the outpost, 8 is entirely achievable in terms of burst. Like
I'm
2
ready
raiding
for
parties
anything.
would do it, for example.
Close ranks. Let nothing through.
Yeah, as it is, it looks like we're about to eat 5. I mean, unless he trades into Aaron, that's entirely a potential outcome here.
Glory, glory.
And that's what he takes. Alright. interesting turn of events. So we're gonna do that for sure. And we're gonna do that for sure. Again, I really don't want to fall to 8 if we can help it, but I don't have another good way to lock him down. And we did not draw...
I have many important things on my mind.
Of course we get the javelin off the top there. Alright, so it's the moment of truth. Does he have 8 potential burst? So again, a Battle Rage plus a Wood Orc Headhunter would certainly get it done. Right now, Wood Orc Headhunter by itself is worth 6. So if he had like a 2-drop, a Headhunter, and a Scimitar that we know that he runs, that would also get it done.
Do you not fear me, mortal? You should.
Sower is potentially
I
problematic.
have no fear of you, cowardly skeever. I have no fear of you, cowardly skeever.
So that's worth 5, 6, 7.
I'm feeling lucky.
It is indeed worth 5, 6, 7. I think that the proper path here is to actually lightning bolt one of these with breakthrough just to reduce the damage, because he might also run like sharpshooter scout or something just silly that would get the 1 damage through. So I think we take advantage of the Encano.
We'll see about this.
And there you have it.
A fine display.
Good game.
It has been an engaging hunt.
So the commanders were dead in that matchup, but again, enough tools there that you can kind of still push it through. That's why Mage is strong right now.